Hello, and welcome to Fractured Trust Raven's War. I am the author of the story and the CEO of Inkspire Essence. The characters and events portrayed in this work are fictitious. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. The writings and recordings of this story may not be reproduced or distributed without the author's permission. Fractured Trust Raven's War Introduction. Luke 12:2. Nothing is covered up that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. Families are supposed to feel safe, but what happens when home becomes a battlefield? Raven didn't choose this war, she was thrown into it. One day she had a family, the next it shattered. And when the pieces fell, they landed sharp, cutting deep into everything she thought she knew. Now she's clinging to the version of the story her father told her, targeting her mother, who she once trusted. Fueled by anger and half-truths, Raven is determined to make someone pay for the pain she can't name. This isn't just a story about divorce. It's about manipulation, betrayal, and the damage that can't be seen from the outside. It's about a girl who lashes out to survive. A girl who sets fire to everything just to feel like she's in control. This is Raven's truth. Her hurt, her fury, her fight. Welcome to Raven's War. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3. Fractured Trust Raven's War Prologue. Raven sat quietly at the end of the hallway, her back against the wall, arms wrapped around her knees. The air in the house felt sharp, like the silence before a storm. The yelling had already started. "You've barely been home," Emily's voice cracked. "You're always at that bar. And now I find out you've been with..." She stopped herself, but Raven felt the heat of it through the wall. "I needed a break," Damon shot back. "You've been completely wrapped up in your dad for months." "My father is dying of cancer, Damon," Emily shouted, her voice breaking. "I'm doing everything I can to help him pass in peace, and you're out drinking and God knows what else." A pause. Then her mother's voice again, low but fierce. "I saw you in the parking lot with her." "I don't know what you think you saw," Damon said flatly. "I saw enough." Raven swallowed hard. Her hands gripped her stepdog tighter. "I'm going to my dad's," Emily finally said. "He needs round-the-clock care now. I asked you to help. I asked you to show up for Raven. You didn't. So I'll go take care of the one person who never turned his back on me." "And what about Raven?" Damon snapped. "You just gonna dump her too?" A beat of silence. Then Emily, steady but shaking. "She's welcome to come with me, but I'm not dragging her into hospice care if she doesn't want to go. I gave her the choice." Raven remembered that moment, her dad asking if she wanted to stay with him or go with Mom to sit in hospitals all day. And she remembered choosing him. It felt easier, familiar, normal. Her little brothers were too young to decide. Damon didn't ask them. She didn't understand all the words or what she was really choosing. That night, after the door closed behind her mom, Damon sat on the couch and cracked open a beer. "Guess it's just us now, huh?" he muttered. Raven nodded, still holding her stuffed dog, too young to see the lies forming. She didn't know it yet, but that was the beginning of it all. The twisting, the war, and she had chosen her side without even knowing it. Chapter 1, Fractured Beginnings. Raven sat cross-legged on the worn carpet of her bedroom floor, staring at the same walls she had grown up with. It was a room filled with 1,000 tiny reminders of a life she didn't ask for, a life she couldn't escape. From the faded posters of teenage rebellion to the chip paint she once thought was edgy, every corner whispered back the same truth. She was stuck. She had been here since the divorce, clinging to whatever shreds of stability her father had promised her. But those promises had long since cracked, revealing their hollow core. Damon had changed, or maybe he hadn't. Maybe she just hadn't seen it back then. He could be charming when he wanted to be, but beneath that was a man consumed by bitterness and resentment. Looking back, Raven vaguely remembered why she was here in the first place. Mom and Dad had been divorcing and everything had been falling apart. Mom had barely noticed her because she was so busy taking care of Grandpa during his cancer sickness. Raven clenched her fists at the memory. Dad had told her to come with him, saying Mom didn't want her. She abandoned you when you needed her most, Dad had said. And Raven had believed it, and she still believes it. Even now, as she thought about the years since, her blood boiled. Mom had made her choice, and it wasn't Raven. She had chosen Grandpa, her precious responsibilities, her own life, but not her daughter. The weight of that betrayal felt like an anchor tied around her heart, dragging her down every time she tried to breathe. It wasn't fair. The more she thought about it, the more she wanted to make her mom feel the same pain. She glanced toward the window, sunlight barely filtering through the heavy curtains she kept drawn. Outside, the world carried on. Neighborhood kids rode their bikes, neighbors watered their lawns, cars passed in the distance, but Raven remained unmoving, caught in a cycle of anger and disappointment. Thank you for joining us and listening to Fractured Trust, Raven's War. Stay tuned for Chapter 2. Raven's story is just beginning.